Can we do a clean one, please? Because Mukesh has obviously not seen the run order, like the fucking idiot that
It's
he
okay,
is.
Amogh. Go ahead.
Anyway, starting again. Welcome to the show, everybody. We missed a week. We are so sorry that we missed recording last week because it was Mukesh Manjunath's birthday. So happy birthday belated to Mukesh Manjunath
Thank you.
from the listeners. I don't know if they're actually wishing you a happy birthday, but I will
It's okay.
kind
I'll
of
take
get to them.
yours. I'll take
You'll
yours
take
as representative of the whole.
yes, yes, and considering we are in election times here in India, I think the representation of multiple people is the way to go.
Yeah, I'm not
Man,
cracking any
no,
election
no,
jokes.
no politic jokes, guys.
Yeah,
We missed out on an award, but we want to be eligible for the next one.
you want to be alive.
Yeah, yeah. That is the bare minimum criteria needed to be eligible for the
Yeah,
next
I
award.
will only get confidence unless I won't get confidence until we make a deal with an arms dealer like Dortmund did.
Ooh, you're
Wow.
going right into the अच्छा
Wow.
Yeah,
मतलब इधर का
that's
politics
way
नहीं
उधर का
चलेगा
politics.
उधर का चलेगा
Hmm.
but yes quick updates on
Hitler
that
chodu hai. Just safe shit.
but yes quick updates on that of course as you may have heard from all our socials and all of that is that we were in the final three shortlist for the Podmasters Hindustan Times Smartcast Podmasters Awards. We were nominated in the best sports podcast category. Unfortunately we didn't win. Mukesh and I were there at the event. It was a fantastic event. We got fucking drunk because why not? But yeah, it was a fantastic event. Unfortunately, we did not win. But our cousins from Idea Brew Studios, the Inside Line F1 podcast, were the eventual winners. So congratulations to Sawmill and Kunal and Mithila and all the gang at Inside Line.
Fun.
Yeah, congratulations,
we're,
guys.
we're not jealous at all.
Nope, not at all. F1's fun, yeah.
Yeah, F1 is fun, right? Yeah. Some
Yeah.
people were saying that why does a podcast about cars going around in a circle have to win this award?
It's not a circle. Just gonna
Exactly.
Exactly,
defend the sport there. Just
exactly. It is
that's
a, it is,
NASCAR.
yeah, exactly. That's NASCAR, right?
Yeah.
But yes, how is it? How is it going for you
Boo.
guys, Mukesh?
Boo. I can't stand the fact that Prashant supported the other team.
That's
Terrible.
okay. That's okay, guys. Humility in defeat, guys. That's the name of the game. But Mukesh, what's happening? Where are you off to after recording today? Just tell our listeners about the absolute fuckery in scheduling that you have caused us.
I'm going to the gym at 8:30. So I thought it
Okay,
was
wait.
that.
Wait. Let me give the listeners some context. Basically, हम लोग record कर रहे हैं. अभी कितना बजा है? 7:15 बजा है. Evening 7:15 p.m. right now as we record this. We originally had the recording set for 8 p.m. Then Mukesh tells us that he is going to the gym at 6:30, so he is not going to be ready in time. He'll just about make it at 8. So we were like, okay. Then he tells us that Mukesh, now you can take over the story.
That actually the gym session is at 8:30.
Yeah.
So I forced everyone to change their schedules and come back and do it much earlier, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Um, so that we can all finish the podcast early and go to where we respectively go. Basically, I have to go very early to the gym session because if we come late, they'll make me do burpees. And
Yeah.
I'd rather listen to Amogh and Prashant yell at me than do extra burpees, even though the
Correct.
intention is to get fit.
So you do
So
know what is going to happen, right? Have you heard of this fantastic American political term? मतलब वो अमेरिका में शुरू हुआ लेकिन अभी इधर भी यूज करते हैं. In general, world over in politics, this term is used. It's called filibustering.
yeah,
सो फिलिबस्टर जब भी करते हैं तभी क्या होता है कि जब भी कोई पार्लियामेंट में बात कर रहा हो यू हैव टू let the person finish talking before you can kind of take over and give your reply, right? तो कभी कभी लोग क्या करते हैं दे filibuster which is they just talk about anything and everything just to kill time. So Prashant, what you and I are going to do today is filibuster the fuck out of this podcast. It is
I'll get
7:20.
6 packs by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like,
Because I want Mukesh's gym to get him to do fucking 10,000 burpees tonight because for an 8:30 session he's come at 9. Fucker, he's like, listeners, this is what Mukesh Manjunath does, right? I was like, okay, can we start at if not at 7, can we start at 7:30? He's like, no, I have gym at 8:30, so earlier the better. So I was like, bastard, if you come late for everything anyway, you can go late to the gym also.
No, no, no. Gym is you can't miss. Gym is satanic. It's a satanic institution that
Yeah.
wants you to suffer.
Yes, but
So
tell me more about your gym. Yeah, what do you do at the gym? Tell me in grave detail what you do at the gym.
I want that simple. Let's get to the football.
Yeah. So in terms of getting to the football, also, I feel like we're going to be talking about Champions League. Of course, we'll do a quick recap of the FA Cup, but we're also going to be talking about the EFL Championship, EFL League One, League Two, National League. थोड़ा ISL के बारे में बात करेंगे, आई लीग के बारे में बात करेंगे.
Because clearly Mookie hasn't read the run order. He has no
No,
idea what's happening.
he has no
I love
fucking
it.
clue. He has no fucking
I've
clue.
read.
We are
Oh, why?
also
Dude, open the window on the side, no? Why not? Let everyone know.
no, fucker. Don't open any windows on the side because it will fuck up your Riverside recording. Don't do that shit. No, but we are also going to talk about at St. Andrew's Turf in Bandra. There's a Mumbai Ring football tournament
Yeah.
that's going on. We are going to discuss that also
Oh, wow.
in depth detail.
Of course, I'm all here for it.
Yeah. So let's start off with that then. Mukesh, what is happening with the indoor ring football tournament at St. Andrew's Turf?
It's happening.
Acha.
That's a good start.
Astute journalism.
Astute
Bye.
journalism.
कोई देख रहा है क्या मिंट टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया किसी को चाहिए फुटबॉल रिपोर्टर ऑन द सिटी बीट
Given that there are 5 people reading articles
true.
on football.
That's true. Okay, I should have aimed a little higher. Athletic, are you guys looking for a writer?
And don't
No.
look at us.
Exactly. But come on our podcast, guys. It would be fun. But yes, let's start off with the main talking point that we missed last week. Very quickly, let's talk about the fact that United beat Man City in the FA Cup final. And people would have expected somebody like me, a United fan, to be ready to come and record, but Mukesh's birthday was more important. So
Correct.
we didn't end up recording. Also, Mukesh's girlfriend has given him a watch as a birthday gift, which is just such a poetic gift. Ki bhai, tu time dekh. Like now the time is on your wrist. At least now you can start showing up to things on time.
Yeah,
There's
I
a very
can't
high
get-
chance that he's probably going to forget to wear the watch. He's
Bro,
just going to
that
see it and
was-
let it behind.
I-
There's a very
I-
good possibility for that.
I went to pick him up at his house while we were going to the award show, and I told him I'm 10 minutes away. He's like, yeah, okay, I'm ready. Then I told him when I was 3 minutes away, I called him again saying, I'm 3 minutes away, come down, because it will take him roughly 3 minutes to walk down from his from his
Lies.
apartment to the floor. He's like, oh, I
Lies.
thought you were 10 minutes away. Okay, I'm coming. I am waiting under his house for 15 minutes. And 15 minutes ago he said, I'm just getting into the lift.
Not 15. Sorry.
was-
This is an exaggeration. There were 7 minutes. I checked. It was 7 minutes I made you wait
You
for.
checked on your brand new watch?
On my brand new watch, I checked. I
Is
made
it
you
a
wait for
digital
7
watch or an
minutes.
analog watch?
It's an analog watch.
Oh,
Do you know how to read the time on an
I guess
analog
that's
watch?
why he didn't know how to do it.
It's a skill I have to re-pick up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. When was the last time you read the time on an analog clock? Okay.
I think the
Second
time when I
grade.
actually wore a watch. Yeah, like when I actually wore a watch, and I thought it was a very cool thing.
Was it one of your Disney Mickey Mouse watches? Was it that long ago?
It's about thereabouts. Maybe
Yeah.
not Mickey Mouse. That's still like who the hell? Mickey
Oh.
Mouse is such an outdated reference, dude.
You're
Who
a
the hell?
Minnie Mouse
Wow.
fan?
Who says Mickey Mouse? Like
When you said who
Fucking-
says, you sounded like Mickey Mouse. Who says Mickey Mouse?
who says Mickey Mouse? Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse, yes.
Yeah. No, I think mine was a wonder which cartoon was there, dude. At that point, like I think just
Ben
a little
10.
before Ben 10. Yeah, just
Of
before
course.
Ben 10 and all of that shit.
Nice.
So it was like when Ben 10 was
Ben
cool.
10, if you
And
were
kid.
into Ben 10 when you were a kid, you show how young you actually are. I feel so outdated.
Who said I was a kid then?
Yeah, that's true. Fair enough. No, but the idea is okay, fine. 7 minutes. You're saying it took you 7 minutes to get down from your flat
Yeah.
to the ground floor, and that is because he
I-
forgot to wear his watch. Then he was trying to wear his watch. He couldn't figure out how to wear the watch because watch
It's
straps
something
are
that they-
watch
They're
straps are out of
contraptions.
syllabus. They're out of syllabus.
Yeah,
for it.
they take time.
oh my
They take time.
god.
Then he figured out he should carry the watch in his hand and wear it in the car. But then he decided against it because he's like, what if while walking down he slips and the watch falls and it breaks?
Yep.
So all of these mental maths were
Maths.
happening in Mukesh's head, and that is the reason why Mukesh is so bad at keeping a track of time.
Yep. It's a good filibuster. Now let's talk about the FA Cup.
Yes, let's talk about the FA Cup. Prashant, we had some questions from last time that we asked people to send in, so I think we'll just get those questions in. We'll answer those questions because
Yeah.
हो गया सब लोग celebrate किया FA Cup जीता United, Man City fuck off. So let's just answer their
Of
questions.
course. The first one by Fazil Abbas Banatwala. He says, FA Cup champions, GGMU. Not a question, just a statement. Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah, well
Amazing.
done. Yes, GGMU,
Correct.
GGMU.
Good move. Yeah.
The next one is by Krishiv _25. He says, I can't believe he won the FA Cup. If Ten Hag is sacked, who is your option?
Nobody. If Ten Hag, if at this point they're going to sack Ten Hag, then this club deserves to fold and go into administration. Because these
No,
owners are
if
then
they
not
can
working.
pull someone like a Thiago Mota or a Zidane or an
Arey, Thiago
Amorim or
Motta is going to
someone exciting.
Juventus. Zidane is not going to come to United.
Zidane,
But
really?
I'm saying someone of that caliber. Why would you like if they can go? Like it's not like they can't pay that money. I'm sure now with this new investment they can pay.
Okay,
No.
Right.
here's the thing, right? Thiago Motta is going to Juventus, so that is
Juventus, yes.
that
I'm
is
saying, yeah.
out of the question.
Amorim is
Zinedine Zidane has only managed Real Madrid and he has been out of a job for a very long time. So questions need to be asked as to why. Like, is he not interested in managing any other team apart from the one that he's played for? So it's not a good fit. Like, he's not going to bring anything new to the table. I feel. Ruben Amorim has said that he's going to stay at Sporting, so that is also a closed conversation. There is like somebody on Twitter had actually pointed out they said that the weirdest thing is if at this point some manager at United, if there was a different manager at United who was sacked, the ownership would be looking at Eric Ten Hag to fill his place. He would be on the short list. So you have a good manager. He's been very unlucky with everything external that has happened at the club. Overall, in his 2 years, I feel like the club has vastly overperformed because let's not forget, even though he finished 8th in the league, that's still 2 trophies in 2 seasons. That is something. So
that is something. That's
there
actually
is-
more than Arteta.
that is
by the
actually
way,
more
so-
than Arteta. Exactly. So
Yeah.
there is definitely potential there. He definitely has the tools and the strategic thinking to take this club forward. And it makes no sense if a manager has 1 year left on his contract to sack him right now and pay him a severance pay because anyway United ka FFP में गांड लग गया है. We can't buy the type of players that we want because we are heavily outside of FFP guidelines. So to then pay a manager off is also going to add to that, and it's just a dumb thing to do. So yeah, then in short, the answer is if Eric Ten Hag, then who? No one. Fuck it. Band karo club.
That's pretty close to what Ashwin is saying. Ashwin040, he's saying, are you guys Ten Hag in? Not gonna lie, it seems like he's got a plan.
Yeah, fully Ten Hag. And if not Ten Hag, then Modi ji.
Amogh said that. By the way,
Moving on.
You're really
I'm still playing as safe as Hitler Chodu hai. Okay,
Huh.
that's the riskiest thing I will say.
yeah, but
And even there might be some Germans who are offended. and
I'm
like,
just saying that he is good enough to take a job like this, a highly stressful job. He has proven himself. Why not? सब जो भी अच्छा होता है लाइफ में वो उनकी वजह से ही होता है ना तो मतलब करो.
Good. Very good. Like it. Next one's by Zen Hirin. Also, same topic. He says, MUFC with FA Cup winners. Ab tera kya hoga? Ten Hag, new manager, question mark, new players, question mark.
New players
new
definitely.
players for sure. Yeah.
New players
Yeah.
definitely. In fact, there is a rumor that Casemiro is getting an offer of 80 or 100 million euros from Saudi.
Lies. I don't believe this.
This is
Saudi,
just come out
yes. Yeah, but I mean, Saudi definitely, but they'll probably just keep him for one season, yeah.
Today. That doesn't matter if United are going to get 80 to 100 million euros for Casemiro. They should straight away, without looking at it, they should take it. Like, chal, de. Here are my RTGS details. Please.
Immediate transfer, I'll give you 50% discount.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, new players definitely. New manager, not so much.
Great. So that's on the questions front. But I think wasn't Ten Hag they're supposedly supposed to decide his fate whether he's staying in or not staying in sometime this week.
Oh, it was in Ten Hag's hands.
No, it's not.
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying that the owners are supposed to decide that whether he's going to stay or not within this week, I think.
Yeah, so apparently
Yeah.
the news was that the Ineos ownership are doing an internal review and everything, which they do at the end of every season, which is very very normal.
Hmm.
And one of the points to be discussed in that internal review was if Ten Hag should continue as manager or whatever. But the follow up news to that is overwhelmingly everybody in that Ineos leadership group thinks that Ten Hag has overperformed in his last 2 years or his
Hmm.
first 2 years as United manager, considering everything else that has happened in the middle of a takeover, a very very bad ownership structure before Ineos came in, unnecessary transfers, lots of injuries, all of that. So despite all of that, the fact that he's got them a trophy every season is
Hmm.
still a good marker, and they want to continue with him. So there has been no concrete evidence of him staying or not staying just yet. But the fact that they haven't said anything just yet means that I feel like he will stay.
Or he could get sacked.
No, I
They're
don't
just
think so.
buying time.
I mean, if he does, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's football. You could get sacked at
Yeah.
any point, but I don't think that they do that because, by and large, overwhelmingly, the fans are also in favor of Ten Hag staying. And if
Hmm.
they sack Ten Hag, then there will be an uproar, and any new owner would not want to start off their
Of
ownership of
course.
a
Yeah.
club on that note.
Hmm. That's on the question, though. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. Right. Then let's get to the slightly smaller trophy that we have to talk about, the Champions League. Real Madrid, man, 15th Champions League victory in their history, going up against Dortmund, winning 2-0, goals from Dani Carvajal and Vinicius Jr. in the second half.
Danny Carvajal,
I
dude,
know.
fucking scoring a header.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. Yeah.
The last time a little man scored a header in the Champions League final, and I was shocked, was when Messi scored it against United in some 2009 or 11,
2009.
I think.
Yeah, 2009.
Right? I think that was the last time I was like, oh, okay, fine, this guy scored a header. Oh, now I'm like, are you crazy, Dortmund? What have you let happen?
But Dortmund started the game so
They,
well.
yeah. Yeah.
They started the game so fucking well. It was criminal that they went into halftime at 0-0 because they had so many chances
Yeah.
and they missed them all.
Yep.
And they really should have put it away because in the first half, Real Madrid were nowhere.
But that's them, man. Like I don't know what strategy that is. I don't know how to codify it in some practice or law, but like that's how they do it, right? Like they always look like, oh, they're out, they're gonna score, but you never really. It's happened with so many things. It's happened with Barcelona. It's happened with Liverpool. It's happened with Bayern. Like it feels like it happened with Man City in that season when I think they reached the finals against Liverpool. It's just that no matter how good or how bad, I don't know how to codify that. I don't know what is the process other than being like, hey, it's magic.
Yeah.
Or it's black magic. Like, how do you hit the inside post and not,
Hmm.
and how does it not go in? Like,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
Yeah.
And how does your goalkeeper, who's not played any game but the finals,
Yeah. Keep a
right,
clean sheet.
turn up and still keep a clean sheet while making some excellent
Yeah.
saves?
Yeah.
For the first 15 minutes, how do you keep a clean sheet?
Yeah.
And even the one time they do manage to sneak in a goal, it's just an offside by like a step or two, which even if it wasn't an offside, it would have still been a goal.
Yeah.
Like in the sense that had he still been a step back and had some composure, he could have still scored that goal. I'm like,
Yeah.
how do all these things happen?
It
Just
is
money,
no
I
the,
guess.
the problem is that and going back to Dortmund because they started off so brightly and Real Madrid were nowhere in that first half. They were not getting any sniff of Dortmund's half, or at least their penalty box in that first half. And the fact that they still went to halftime at 0-0 changed the game because at that point Ancelotti has the experience and he has the players and he has obviously has the mammoth machine that is Real Madrid to just be like भोसड़ी वालों तुम लोग रियल मैड्रिड हो क्या कर रहे हो ये डॉर्टमुंड है you guys have beaten the best of teams. What the fuck are you doing right now? And the fact that they went in 0-0 meant that they could come out in the second half much stronger. However, had Dortmund scored one, at least one, if not two goals in that first half, no, it would have been
It would have
very
been a
tough
game
for
changer.
Madrid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Madrid would have gotten a goal back, but it would have been tough because then Dortmund would have gone into a low block. They would have really shut up shop. And fair play to Dortmund, they have some excellent players who were playing well.
I think it's just down to, I think it's just it just came out of mentality, and
Yeah,
clubs like Dortmund, even United to an extent, Liverpool, and I'm leaving like, you keep the City, Chelsea, Madrid, they're all on one side,
Hmm.
yeah,
but these teams play for the moment and the passion and the fans, and I think you can see that tension in the players' eyes.
yeah.
That when they miss and the crowd goes ooh, you can see the player feeling like, oh, dude, I just really messed up.
But like I was watching the game, and like United have not been in the Champions League for a while, and even when they've been in the Champions League, they've been out of it very very quickly. But fuck, just seeing the quality of football that Madrid and Dortmund were both playing, just showed to me as a United fan how far that team is from competing. Not even like going for the title, but from even competing or being in that conversation. It was scary how good Real and Dortmund both played.
I think to me, everyone should just take note of how much the distance between, like, how adaptable a club like Real Madrid is. Like, they were the Galacticos club, and Dortmund were the young people club, right? They
Yeah,
were the
Hmm.
get the Haalands and the Sanchos and the Bellinghams and all of that. Even Emre Can they took when they were slightly younger age relatively,
yeah,
right? And now they're actually weirdly, if you look at Dortmund, they had the older players. They had Royce and they had, I think, Hummels, and then they had, their profile is between that 25 to 30 or a little older. And Real Madrid were the younger team. They were doing, in fact, Real Madrid were more like the Dortmund team, like,
yeah,
the way you associate Dortmund.
yeah.
I think the scary part is that the fact that Real Madrid just took what 4 or 5 years for them to adjust, and they did it on at such a large scale. For me, they didn't just outplay Dortmund; they out Dortmunded Dortmund in terms of the on pitch what it looks like also.
Yeah.
So I think the fact that Real Madrid can change so scary, like, it's like, because Premier League clubs are like legacy, and then it takes like 10, 15 years to recover from a manager leaving, and legacy, and here they're like 5 years, 4 years there's a turnaround.
Yeah.
That is
It's
incredibly hard. Like,
incredible club, no doubt about that. But speaking of young versus old, Tony Cruz at Real Madrid played his last club game. Of course, he has announced his retirement from football. So his stint with Germany at the Euros is going to be his last footballing tournament. What a player!
What
What
a
an
player.
You can't even call him underrated, because it's not like
yeah,
he's under flashy, because he's not your typical, like, fucking fast cars bling type of footballer.
Hmm.
he's
yeah,
he's the he's the Paul Scholes type, आता है काम करता है घर जाता है, like very very German in that sense.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
But what a career, what a player.
Yeah, I feel like if you call him underrated, then you're probably under knowledged. Like, you can't be calling.
Yeah.
It's like him, Busquets. You can't call them underrated. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you were very underknowledged for me. Yeah, fantastic. And those two free kicks that he took, man, I really thought one of them will just, you know, they were made for like trailer shots.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Absolute.
even the saves were equally good,
Yeah.
fantastic, and to give so much. And
Classic.
what a dream, right? To lift the Champions League
Yeah,
in your final game, while also knowing that you've trained your Valverdes, you've trained your Bellinghams,
yeah,
Hmm.
Camavingas,
yeah,
all of those guys to like now do really well and teach them how to win. And I think
yeah,
for most of them, except for Bellingham, it's their second Champions League.
yeah,
To be under 23, 24 and winning two Champions Leagues, my God.
yeah. It
Like,
is mad. And
scary for Spanish football, actually.
I mean, this is how cut and dry Tony Cruz is, right? Because Jude Bellingham posted a photo on his Instagram with the cup, and Tony Cruz commented on that saying, "Not bad for your first season." Just like ये Champions League है, like he's just like, yeah, cool, ठीक है, हो गया ना, अभी अभी मैं जा रहा हूँ, पर तुम लोग को ये कंटिन्यू करने का है, तो
Yeah, exactly. And Perez says we're already thinking about the next one in 24, 25.
yeah,
I was like, bro, relax. You're in the
yeah,
post match interview. Like,
yeah,
that means there's been less than 90 minutes between the game getting over and your interview.
yeah,
Like, at least enjoy this feeling for the length of a game, at least.
yeah, yeah,
But I guess that is
fantastic.
why they are there. And other clubs that we support
Exactly,
are like,
exactly. But Jude Bellingham was seen chatting with Jose Mourinho after the match, and it was really wholesome, because after having that chat with Mourinho, Bellingham went to him and said, "Can my mom have a
Yeah.
picture with you? She's fancied you forever." And Mourinho took a picture with Jude Bellingham's mom. So cute.
so So cute, and that means Bellingham to Fenerbahce for sure. That's happening.
Yeah, because Jose also said next year if you're playing against Fenerbahce, just calm down, huh? Calm down.
Mourinho at Fenerbahce versus Bellingham at Madrid. That's going to be the battle. And then because he's not going to be so sweet, then
Yeah,
he's
He's-
going to ask the Turkish fans to kill him.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
absolutely.
actually am very scared for football, for what's going to happen in Turkey.
Yeah, because it's already a volatile footballing nation, and when you add Jose Mourinho to that mix, matlab, you know how
Yeah.
when you're cooking food, ऐसे तड़का में when you put a chili, the way it
Yeah, that pat pat
splutters,
pat 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 pat. Yeah, that's what's
that
going
is
to happen. Because
exactly.
I actually feel like after Real Madrid, Mourinho hasn't been at such a wild place yet. You know what I'm trying to say? Where
Yeah,
the fans can get hooligan, which is what he feeds off of.
yeah,
Uh, United didn't have the winning thing to get them
yeah,
hooligan. Tottenham
yeah,
didn't have any hooliganism. Roma were all like Roma were passionate but not hooligans in the
yeah,
way Madrid fans can be hooligans.
yeah,
I think finally he's met. Little disappointed that he's gone there. I wish he went to at least he went back to Portugal.
yeah.
Uh, maybe took a work to the Porto or someone again. But I guess Fenerbahce is. It'd be
But
nice to see Turkish because we've never been part of an era where the Turkish teams or the Ukrainian teams have done really well,
yeah,
right?
but
So it's just nice to
is
maybe I
it
guess
is
see
it?
that.
Let's talk about Mourinho for a bit really quickly before we start wrapping up for this episode. But does this seem like Mourinho's career is stepping down? Like, is it
Yeah,
like a
fully.
decline in what was once one of the best managers in the world?
Yep, I think he really messed up by going to Tottenham. I think his Man United stint was still understandable and maybe acceptable,
Hmm.
but I think him going to Tottenham and then Roma was a big,
You think
big,
Roma
big
was
mistake.
bad?
I thought Roma was damn good,
Roma
yeah,
was
because he had
yeah.
a love
But
affair
not
with
his
Roma.
level, man. Roma was not his level. Like, of course, he won them the Conference League award, but that's not him. Like, that's the guy who takes Porto to the Champions League. That's not the guy.
But
If
that's the
he
guy who
got
took Porto to
Roma,
the Champions League when he was also much younger and much
Yeah.
fresher.
I know, but I think
For
because
his
he's the guy
level.
he's under the same breath as Guardiola, correct? That guy should have been like, I don't know, just in a different universe. He's probably at an Arsenal or he's come back to United or taken the Chelsea job again for the 17th time. He's at that level where he's like, I'm gonna get that money and I'm gonna. You can tolerate a Mourinho losing at in a Champions League final, but him winning a Conference League final is like, dude, what? I don't know. To me, Tottenham and Roma were big step downs. I mean, of course, Roma
Hmm.
benefited,
Yeah.
good for them, but Tottenham didn't benefit.
Yeah.
Um,
It was fantastic because they had a unveiling for Jose Mourinho in Turkey, and you know how wild Turkish fans can be. So it was mental when he was being unveiled, and he
yeah,
addressed
it
the
felt like
fans.
Erdogan got a competitor.
Yeah. But he addressed the fans and he said that from now on you are my family, and this shirt is my skin,
Is my
and the
skin. Oof.
fans went wild. And that just goes to show that Mourinho is a classic fucking snake. Because how many skins has he worn in his career and taken off very, very
I mean,
quickly?
every manager has to land up saying that, right? Like,
Yeah, but just the choice of
No, but there's a
words.
way Mourinho says it.
There's
Says
a
the way
way.
Ten Hag operates at United, and you can see he's not that. Like Ten Hag would probably be the same at or in AC Milan or whatever, right? He can be the same guy.
Yeah.
But there's a way Mourinho makes you believe that. Oh,
Yeah.
finally.
Vibes,
Oh,
vibes,
now I'm at
lala.
the club.
Mourinho's vibes. Mourinho's vibes
Yeah,
FC.
yeah. And it's not the
Uh,
same vibe. It's not the same vibes as a Klopp or someone, right? It's not that. It's like that Simeone dark
yeah,
magic vibes.
yeah,
I don't
it
know.
is.
For me, Mourinho going to Turkish league is just more like the celebrity manager going in over there and just trying to get more
Yeah.
attention to that league more than anything else.
Yeah,
And getting Champions League football. I think this is the best way he can get Champions League football.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
That is
and I
Definitely,
true.
think
yes,
That is
his
both.
true.
bet is that I feel like if Mourinho can sneak into the round of 16, then anything can happen with Mourinho,
Yeah,
with his teams.
yeah,
Right? I think his bet is okay, can I sneak in 9 points in the league group stage? And that's what he's going to coach because once he enters round of 16, he's going to do some random shit, like
yeah,
whatever the next format is. But once he gets off the league stage,
Hmm.
once he gets to the knockouts, that's when Mourinho's Mourinho.
yeah,
Like he can take fucking Cardiff or something and make them reach the final if he wants to. So
yeah.
that's his bet.
Yeah.
He'll win the league, come second, doesn't matter, but get access to Champions League football again and just needle the big clubs.
Yeah, that it's going to be fun to watch, and of course, next season the Champions League format also changes, which we'll dive deep into in future episodes. But it is going to be an interesting one. Right before we wrap up, official news has finally come in. I mean, one of the official news is that Mbappe to Real Madrid is almost done.
Hmm.
That official news hasn't come in, but yeah. fucking Madrid with Mbappe now is going to be next level scary. Like 15 Champions League है तुम लोग के पास अभी बस करो ना क्या है ये?
What a shit move for. What a
Mbappe,
shit
no?
move that Mbappe is doing,
Yeah.
right? Like,
But where else would
like
he go? Like from PSG, like Real Madrid is obviously his dream, as is the dream for many
correct.
footballers.
Many
So,
people. In fact, I feel like, because now, yeah, he could have gone anywhere because he made it so obvious. He was such that he was thirsty for
are you
Real
angry that he
Madrid.
didn't go to Liverpool?
No. Oh my God, no, I would definitely don't. I'm saying, actually, if he had gone to Barcelona, like the legacy would have been much.
Bro,
Like,
Barcelona
now
is a fucked up club right now.
There's
Like,
no
क्या
point
हो
of
रहा है
going there,
Barcelona
yeah.
के
all
साथ?
the more reason, like, right? Okay,
But one
okay.
player,
When Maradona went to Napoli, what did he do? He put Napoli on the fucking map. Correct, right? When Messi went to Barcelona, not that he put them on the map, but he made them out. Like, he made a rivalry seem almost dead. Right? There was a way you could be kind of accepted that, okay, Real Madrid is the second best team as long as Messi and Xavi and Iniesta are there. Right? He's not going to do that. What is he going to do? He's going to make them win the Champions League again that they've already won. He's going to make them win the league which they've won again in so
But
often.
that's
but okay, sorry, go
No,
on,
I'm not
Prashant.
saying it's not the dream. I think like, I'm sure that's the destination for most of these players. But what's his legacy going to be if he's already worried about that? He's already made the money. In fact, I'm sure he's getting paid less now.
No, in fact,
He
He's
is.
taken the money hit.
I feel like he is getting paid less, but I feel like
Yes.
his legacy is always going to be great because from PSG to go to Real Madrid is a big step up. From PSG to go to
Yeah.
Barcelona is not a step up. At this point, PSG to Barcelona is probably a step down.
Yeah,
Also,
but then he takes it up, correct, and then he takes it up, and
no,
then he makes
No,
if he
that's
makes
the
Barcelona
thing.
win a Champions
okay,
League, if
okay,
he makes Barcelona win Champions League, if he makes Barcelona win the La Liga, and
but
a few
he's not
Copa del
going to
Rey
be
or
able
whatever.
to. He is not going to be
No,
able to. One player,
I mean,
one
they would have
manager
said that
can't do
about,
that.
okay, they would have said that about Maradona when he went to
Arey, but that was
Napoli.
a
Different generation,
it's a
different way
different
of playing.
Arey,
generation.
but everybody, it's the same conflict every
Okay,
generation,
No.
okay.
right? It's the same thing.
No. I'll tell you what the big difference here is. That Barcelona are so fucked right now. They've sacked Xavi. After Xavi said, "I want to go," then everybody at Barcelona was like Laporta and all was like, "No. Why you want to go? Please don't go. Please stay. You're son of Barcelona. Please. तू तो मतलब इस मिट्टी का है, इस देश का है. तू please stay कर." Then Xavi's like, "Yeah, okay. You know what? Fine. I'll stay. Yeah, fuck it. You're fired." Like that is just fucking basket case behavior from this football club. Then they hire Hansi Flick, and reports are that they can't register Hansi Flick and his coaching staff as their manager because they don't have the money. They are so fucked. They don't have money and they go on spending ridiculous amounts on players. Right now, in the middle of all of that, think about it from the player's point of view because we are not
Yeah.
living in a generation where players care about legacy and
Correct.
building a team back
Yeah,
up. They don't
fair.
give a fuck, especially this new generation. They don't give a fuck. And honestly, why should they? It's a job. So, my analogy is if you, as Mukesh, were given the opportunity to make steady income, lots
No,
of
no,
income. No, hear me out.
correct.
Steady
I'm not
income,
doubting income.
steady
Right, right.
income, lots of income in a company which is big, which has prestige, which has been managed very well. You know that you will have longevity in that company. You know that you will have job security in that company. You know you will be well taken care of. Would you go there, or would you go to a once amazing company that is in absolute tatters, where you may or may not get paid, you may or may not get registered as an employee, once if you do somehow magically decide to get registered or are able to get registered as an employee, your salary may not come in. You don't know. Then you might have to look for a loan move, or you might have to look for a permanent transfer, which is going to be hard for you to get because that other company is not going to take you because they're like, you went to our competitors, now we don't want you, and you're not, nobody else, no other club is going to be willing to accept your wage demands. Where would you go at that point when you're 24
No,
and
no,
at that
correct.
key
But that's
point in your
also a
career?
reason why I'm not a footballer, or in any field. I'm not in contention to be the greatest of that
But I'm
field. I'm
saying,
not being like,
think if you were. बड़ा सोच ना, बड़ा सोच तू.
If that's something, if I was thinking like that, then I would go for the legacy. But I'm
Really?
not there. So I'm saying then
I know,
Mbappe is
Mookie, it's very easy to say that.
Very
It is
easy to
very
say
easy.
that.
I
This
know
new
that's what I'm trying to
generation.
say. But but I'm saying correct. But Mbappe was posited as that player, but he's not. He's not that player.
Yeah.
He's clearly not. He's not ever going to be.
He is going to make his
He's not
legacy.
ever even going to come in contention to eclipse anyone's legacy. Okay. I'm going to say something controversial. I feel like he won't even reach. I don't know. Okay, maybe it's not be super controversial, but
I think it's
he'll be
very.
like.
I think it's just a little
I mean,
unfair
he'll be.
to say that you're going to
He
compare
won't
his
even reach a
legacy to somebody
Beckham.
else's.
I don't think he'll even reach Beckham's legacy. By the way,
Beckham barely had a legacy at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I'm saying overall, as by the end of the career, I think
Of
if you
course he
look at it,
will.
like, okay,
Of course he
He is
will.
easily going to.
He's got
Easily
a
he
World Cup
will.
already. He's got a World Cup already. He's got many French titles. He's going to get the La Liga title at least once while he is at Real
Beckham
Madrid.
also has titles wherever he's gone. He's
Yeah,
got Champions
but
League. He's got everything.
but
World Cup, yeah, sure, maybe. I
right.
mean, I'll give you that.
So
Not like you.
he's
That has
got
to be
that.
taken.
There is a chance that France will win Euro 2024 as well because they are heavy favorites for the Euros. So we'll see about that. He is going to win titles at Real Madrid. He's going to win the Champions League that he's never won at PSG. So he's going to add that to his arsenal. He might, while he's at Real Madrid, win the Champions League 3 seasons in a row and score in all the finals. So he will create that legacy there. And when he is done at Real Madrid, he might move to a Man City. He might come to conquer England because he will be 27, 28, still at his peak at that point. And
He is
his legacy
already
will,
25.
sure.
He will take at least 5 years to cement his legacy, even when it won't be enough.
If
He'll
in
be
the
For
next
you, it will
3
never be
years,
enough, dude.
if in the
For you, it
next
will never
3
be enough.
years, if in the next
Yeah.
3 years he does that, and he moves to a Man City at 29, I think his footballing legacy is there. It's already there. He's already one of the world's best players. If you're talking about
No,
the
that of course I'm not. I mean, see, I'm obviously when you say legacy, you're only competing. You're comparing him to the people you would consider put in the top 20. You're not comparing him to like I don't know
yeah.
Kevin Boateng or something. Like
No,
you're comparing
obviously,
him to the
but
top
but
20,
think
30
about
only,
it this
yeah.
way: no, the Messi versus Ronaldo duopoly that was plaguing the football world for the last how many ever years. The obvious succession to that is Haaland versus Mbappe. So
So I think that's okay. Either way,
but
fair.
it is the obvious next thing, right? So there we go. Right, on that note, it is time to end this episode because Mukesh is furiously being Sir Alex Ferguson and tapping his watch, telling us that he is late. Well, it is 8:30. He is going to be late anyway, which means that he is going to have to do multiple burpees. So it is going to be fun. A fitter Mukesh Manjunath is coming to you tomorrow. But yes, thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you'd like to get in touch with us and tell us what you thought, you can reach us on our social media. You can find Mukesh on Instagram at.
Mukesh Manjunath.
You can find Prashant on Instagram at.
Prash224.
You can find me on Instagram at Amogh. You can also follow the Corner Flag on Instagram at Corner Flag Pod. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@cornerflagpod. Don't forget to subscribe to us and follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Shout out to Kazad Gurda for composing our theme tune. And until next week, it is goodbye from us. So say bye, Mukesh.
Bye guys.
Say bye, Prashant.
Bye, guys.
And it's bye from me.